Good evening, everybody. It is September 30th, 2021 at 8:30 p.m. Today was actually a really good day and also a milestone for me as well. Why? Today, me and my mom spent the whole day together, which was really nice. We haven't done that in quite a while, not since I started this job. But the milestone was I stepped foot in thrift stores again. I haven't stepped foot in thrift stores since Marigold died because it just brought back too many memories of me buying her outfits and stuff, and I just couldn't bear to walk into one. But I did it without tearing up, without crying, just focused on what I was looking for. I mean, it was a little hard when I went by like the baby girl stuff, but at the same point in time, I was like, okay, God, just take my hand and let me be able to make it because I don't want to cry in front of my mom. I don't like to cry in front of people. It's just weird. I know. I mean, I know it's okay to cry, but I just have a hard time crying in front of people, except for when I have those grief bursts, and then there's no controlling that, but it is what it is. But I bought some outfits for work and stuff like that, and so, I mean, I went through those milestones of, to some people it may not be a milestone, but to me it was quite the milestone to go to these thrift shops. Blech, can't talk. And not get all upset and just want to walk out. I was fine. So I know God really was with me today. I mean, I know He's with me every day, but He really gave me His strength to carry on, and it wasn't just one thrift store. It wasn't just two. It was like 4 or 5 of them. So it was definitely pretty cool that God's strength was passed on to me to get through it. Later on in the day, we went over to go get some coffee after our whole thrift shop. So what we always do, we always go to a couple thrift shops, then we go to lunch, then we go to a couple more thrift shops, and then we go get coffee. And that's how it used to be. That's how it was before even I got pregnant with Marigold. That's what we would always do. And then even when I was pregnant with Marigold, that's what we would do. But after she died, none of that really happened because I just did not want to step foot in one. So I don't mean to sound like boastful and everything, but I was quite proud of myself. After we went to the Wawa to get our coffees and stuff, my mom was asking me about the skin products I've been using, which I got from Lisa, the one angel mom we talk to constantly, who's like one of my best friends. I love her to death. And I texted her, and there was no response back right away, which was whatever, it is what it is. Come to find out, she was doing a live. So I said, Mom, you want to listen to Lisa? I'm like, she's the one who sells the skin product I use, Lime Life. And if you guys ever want to check that out, it's an awesome skin product. It really, truly is. I love it so much. Um, so we were listening to her live, and my mom was like, "Wow, it seems really cool and stuff like that." And when she was listening to Lisa, she was just amazed about how strong she is. And I told her, "Yeah, I know, right?" So after her live, she did get back to me, and she called me. And while I was at home, because I have Bluetooth in my car, she was also talking to my mom as well. And it was so awesome that the two women I look up to, the two most powerful women I know, have finally met each other. Maybe not directly, but indirectly through the phone. It was such a blessing. And to hear them talk, it gave me such comfort. Like, to hear my mom talk to Lisa, like, she's known her forever, and same thing with Lisa, with my mom. It was no other words but to say, thank you, God. Thank you for letting the two beautiful women I know in my life meet each other. So they were talking about her skincare product line that she sells, Lime Life. And it was like, I felt like a little kid again, where my mom was talking to one of her good friends and just looking up to both of them. Like, it's like, wow. They don't even know each other, but yet they act like they've known each other forever. And I just smiled. And my heart just, like, was growing and growing. And then my mom was talking about one of her miscarriages. Things I'd never even heard before. She was talking to Lisa about. And it gave me such sadness. Like, I didn't realize when she never got a chance to hold. I knew she never got a chance to hold her baby. She was only 8 weeks with the one and 13 weeks with the other. And with the one, she said she remembers hearing them throwing the baby in the trash. It was hard enough to hear when I lost Marigold, when I gave birth to her, it was in the toilet. I mean, that was hard enough to hear. But at least they caught her in like a little basket, and I was able to hold her. And all my mom heard was her baby in the trash. And my heart just sank. And I just wanted to hold my mom so tight, because I couldn't imagine hearing that. And to hear that, my dad was crying and saying they asked if the baby if they want to put the baby in the birth announcement or the death announcements. After hearing your baby in the trash, you really want to hear those words. It's tough. But yet my mom stays strong. She doesn't think she's strong. But after hearing that, I look up to my mom even more. It just was like, I just felt like crying out to my mom when she was talking to Lisa. I said, Mommy, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I mean, I knew about the miscarriages, but I didn't know about hearing the baby go in the trash. I've always respected my mom, but I gained a whole new respect for my mom. Knowing that she carried that burden. I wonder if she ever told anybody about that. I don't know. So, it was just like, wow. I mean, I knew I could always talk to my mom about anything, but that was just reassurance. I mean, I hadn't told her about the awful dreams I've had these past couple days until tonight when I was driving home, and I had already dropped her off, and I told her about these dreams I had, and she's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And I just said,